So, let's continue with the land as sustaining factor in a conflict. During conflicts, land is controlled and distributed by those with the military and political capacities to do so in order to sustain conflict, to achieve conflict-related ends. During conflict, chronic low-intensity conflict, which is arguably the most common form of warfare in Africa, the state may continue to carry out many of its functions, including land administration, but its capacity will typically be limited due to loss of human resource through this recruitment or fights, loss of revenue, and lack of political will. During the conflict, many people, professionals, surveyors, land administrators, lawyers, may be displaced. They will not be in their office to carry their activities. So in a post-conflict period, the then government will just recruit everybody to make sure that the office is running but with limited knowledge and lack of the history of the existing information given limited land professional and land skills in many of African countries. Given this context, land policies will rarely be followed. Land laws will not be followed. Land policies, procedures will not be followed. In areas which are not under state control, alternative policies may even be put in place by rebel groups or communities which find themselves operating in an institutional vacuum and hence relying on custom, negotiation, and occasional use of force. Take an example in Uganda, in Ituri, that is DRC, a coalition of the local allies and the Uganda People's Defense Force was able to use force to decide disputes over land, which generally had an ethnic dimension. In some countries, like in the Balkan, for example, land laws were passed during the conflict to regularize discriminatory land activities. After conflict has abated, one of the first tasks of the transitional authorities has been to abolish these discriminatory laws. Take an example in DRC. It was hardly necessary for wartime eras to pass new laws, given the loopholes already existing in the law. The amount of personalized power available to those in political control and the levels of corruption with the land administration. In Rwanda, there were different land claims and disputes that were raised by many claimants in post-conflict Rwanda, and they include where the local people from the host communities, local communities claiming their land were taken by other people. The returnees were claiming that the others had occupied their land. Claims and disputes by returning refugees. Claims and disputes that 1959 refugees that their land were occupied. Conflicting legitimate claims. It is all of these had exacerbated the land-related conflict and challenges in post-conflict Rwanda. So this one gives you a challenge on how to handle post-conflict period. Worthmos summarizes 4 points which are necessary for an prepossessed approximation of conflict as a term. First, the conflict should be considered as a social fact which should not be confused with its form. Secondly, no limiting of evolution allowed by definition in order to determine the analysis of the conflict. Thirdly, it is to be warned of unnecessary reduction of conflict contextual characteristics, since this would not suit the complexity of its notion. Fourth, cause and effect should not be compounded, interchanged by defining the conflict. So, after getting this, we are going to come into now how to solve the problem. How can we solve this problem? How are we going to solve this problem? How are we going to tackle these landed claims? So we are going to use the summary of these 4 points by Worthmos to know how are we going to tackle land-related challenges in the post-conflict period. Before that, we'll talk about land dispute and land conflict in the next part.